Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're diving deep into an ancient record. We're talking 6th century BCE Jerusalem, and a story of faith, intense conflict, and a divine command that, well, it pushed a young man to his absolute limits. So, how far would you go to secure a sacred record? I mean, really think about it. That's the exact question a young man named Nephi has to confront in what is, without a doubt, a super high-stakes mission. Okay, so here's where it all kicks off. It starts with a pretty dangerous trip back to the city. See, this young man, Nephi, he's trying to convince his brothers, Laman and Lemuel, to go with him, and they are not having it. Their mission? To get their hands on a sacred text known as the Plates of Brass. Nephi's basically telling them, look guys, have a little faith. He reminds them how Moses parted the Red Sea, right? He's making the point that if the Lord could do that, then surely he could protect them from this one powerful guy in Jerusalem named Laban. So even though they're still grumbling and complaining about it, the brothers do end up following Nephi. They make their way back toward the city and hide out, just outside these huge city walls. And this is where it gets really interesting. Nephi goes into the city all by himself at night. And get this, he has no plan. None. He's literally just being led by the Spirit with absolutely no idea what he's supposed to do. Talk about a test of faith, right? So there he is, moving through the dark streets of Jerusalem, and then he finds someone, a man collapsed on the ground, completely drunk. And who is it? It's Laban, the one guy standing between him and the sacred records. Okay, so finding Laban like this is already a huge twist. But what happens next? This is where the story takes a really dramatic and frankly pretty shocking turn. You can just imagine the scene. The Spirit tells Nephi to kill Laban. But Nephi's whole being rebels against it. He says, I've never shed the blood of man. He physically shrinks back from the idea. It's this incredible internal war happening right there in the dark. And then the Spirit gives him a reason. A justification that completely changes the stakes. The message is this: it is better that one man should perish than that a nation should dwindle and perish in unbelief. So this isn't just about killing a man. It's framed as something necessary to save an entire nation's future. Hearing this, you can feel Nephi's whole mindset shift. It clicks for him. Without the law engraved on these plates, his people can't keep the commandments. They can't follow the law of Moses. Suddenly, getting that record isn't just a task. It's about the spiritual survival of his people. It's everything. So with that new perspective, his hesitation is gone. His resolve is hardened. And now he acts. And he doesn't just act, he executes a whole plan. Think about this transition. He goes from this deep moral struggle to swift, decisive action. He takes Laban's sword, puts on his armor, and then goes to the treasury to get the plates by tricking Laban's servant Zoram. He's making it all up as he goes, and it's brilliant. And the disguise, it works perfectly. Zoram, the servant, sees the clothes, sees the armor, and he is completely fooled. He thinks Nephi is Laban. He even starts chatting with him about the city elders, totally clueless that his real master is lying dead back in the street. All right, let's get to the escape. Nephi is leading Zoram, who is still completely fooled, out of the city, but this is where the whole thing could fall apart. Because waiting outside the walls are his brothers, Laman and Lemuel. They see this figure in Laban's armor coming towards them, and they just panic. They think Nephi is dead, and that Laban himself has come to kill them too, so they take off running. And that's the moment the deception shatters. Zoram sees the brothers fleeing in terror, and it all clicks. He realizes he's not with Laban. The whole plan is about to blow up as he turns to run back to the city. But Nephi thinks fast. He's described as a big guy, so he physically stops Zoram. But instead of threatening him, he does something completely unexpected. He swears an oath to spare Zoram's life and promises him he can be a free man if he comes with them. And Zoram, hearing this, agrees and makes his own oath to stay with them forever. Now, you might think Zoram is just a minor character, but his decision is absolutely crucial. Think about it. With Laban's most trusted servant gone, who in Jerusalem would even know they were missing? His presence ensures they can escape without anyone pursuing them. It was the final piece of the puzzle. So the story of Nephi and the brass plates leaves us with a really heavy and maybe unsettling question. When does obedience to a higher power justify breaking one of our most sacred laws? It's a profound dilemma, isn't it? One that really echoes through time.